You've seen similar photos popping up everywhere and you'd like to improve your Huntergram game. In this video, I'll be showing you tips on using the camera function with ease and some fun things you can do with it. You've seen it! We have an in-game camera! But it is so easy to overlook this amazing feature and miss out on the fun because it can be a bit complicated to use, or it's just hidden away in the menu. Anyway, let's get into the basics. To access the camera, you use the D-pad on the controller and you scroll left and right. Once you hit the camera, you hit the up button and it will bring you to the viewfinder. Over here, you use your analog sticks to adjust your position. Using your left analog stick, you can strafe left and right. Here's an example. Strafing to the left, back and right. And you can move forwards and backwards as well, like in this example here. Using your right analog stick, you can swing your viewfinder sideways, right and left, up and down. As an example, I'll be using the courier cat as my subject. Use ZR and ZL to zoom in and out. For more careful positioning, use the D-pad to adjust your view. Once you're happy with what you see in the viewfinder, hit A to take the photo. For a view back, press X to access the album to view the picture that you've just taken. The game will save your photo in the form of a square, and there will be a landscape version that will be saved onto your Nintendo Switch album as well. As you can see, I can send a picture of this cat to my friends. To enter selfie mode, you hold the left analog stick and the Kahoot will be holding the camera for you. Again, you can use the right analog stick and the D-pad to adjust your angle and position where you want your viewfinder to be in. Zoom is ZL and ZR. And you can move your character with the left analog stick. As long as you do not leave the screen, you can move your character however you wish. Otherwise, leaving the screen will take you out of camera mode. To pose for photos, you press the Y button and a list of pose sets will show up. Press A to go through the list of different poses that you can do per set. In this example here, I am doing the weapon pose sets, and this is what the menu comes up with. Let's do a different one. Here is a location pose set that you can do. Check it out. Pressing the R button will bring you to the list of gestures that you can do. For example, here's greeting. Let's try to take a photo with some gestures. Over here, I will be using the wave gesture. Hit A to take the picture. Let's see how this turns out in the album. Here we go. As much as I love my pets, they sometimes photobomb the photos. If I wish to take them out of the photograph, I would run over to a spot where they will not be in the way. Use your D-pad to find the wait option and hit the up button, and your pets will stay put in that location. Now let me try taking a selfie with the courier cat without my pets. I go back and reposition myself to where I want to stand. And then I'll bring up my camera view and selfie view. I've got my viewfinder in the right position. And let's go with the heroic set for this photo. Alright, here's my photo. Let's take a look. As you can see, I have made a photo without the pets getting in the way. All this photo taking process has its own function within the game. Let's take a look at a few examples. The first one being able to put a profile picture into your own guild card, as shown in my guild card over here. Another use, aside from updating your guild cards with your profile photo, is to take pictures of monsters and endemic life to update your hunter's notes. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. As you can see, I have replaced the Great Izuchi's drawing with a photo that I have taken of that monster when I was out in the field. What's great is that you can switch between pictures and drawings in your hunter notes, as shown over here. Aside from large monsters, it is also possible to do it with the small monsters. So here is a picture of a feline and a picture of a melinx that I've taken. Look at how menacing he looks. He looks as though he's about to steal my stuff. And you can also do it with the endemic life you come across. For example, over here I have the red speary bird. As you can see, I don't have one of the orange speary bird yet, so I have to do that later. While we're at it, here are a couple more photos that I've taken for my hunter notes. Here's a picture of a prism speary bird that I have not updated yet, so I'm going to do that now. Press Y to look for the pictures that you've taken in the past. As you can see, I've already taken one over here. Press the A button to confirm to use this picture. And here we go. We've got a picture of the prism speary bird for my endemic life. Just showcasing a couple more toads in the series. And a fire beetle. Aside from hunter's notes, we also get quests from various villagers to fulfill some photo side quests. Let's head to the side quest menu to check this out. As we can see under pending requests, we have a Boom Boom Bomb Badgie where I have to take a picture of a bomb badgie letting out gas. I'm going to take us to a quick cutscene that will take us out in the field. Coming up, I will be showing you how to take photos with a couple of shortcuts. First, let's do this quest. We're back on the field, and we found ourselves a couple of bomb badgie. Let's take a whack at it. And there we go, we have a farting bomb badgie. Let's bring up the camera and take a picture of it. Just zoom out here a little bit. And there you go, we have quest complete. At times when you are hunting a monster, it might not be the most convenient way to do selfies because of the long hassle. So, here are a couple of shortcuts that I like to use, especially when the monster is busy chasing you. This is where the radio menu will come in handy. The radio menu is a list of shortcuts that can be used at any time by pressing the L key and using the right analog stick to access to whatever shortcut you have preset it to. In order to change the settings, you go to the menu and you switch over to radio menu settings, and as you can see the list of shortcuts that I have under quest settings, which will enable you to be able to use these shortcuts when out and about. I will be using shortcut 2 for my photography poses, so I will rename this as photo. Once that is done, you can change the individual settings on your shortcuts. For example, if I push the right analog stick up, it will go to my camera, and then you have a couple of pose sets for the others. You can change the settings by pressing the A button, and you can modify as per the menu options. In my case, I like to use the right analog stick up to set as my camera, and the others for the pose sets. I've also added the wait shortcut just in case my pets needed to wait on one side while I take pictures, and so they don't photobomb whenever they wish. Now let's go test these shortcuts out when photographing monsters. When we're back out here, we hold the L button and either press the ZR button or use the D-pad to access the second shortcut loadout. And once you get to the second shortcut loadout, you can keep holding the L button and use your right analog stick to do your selections. As you can see, it is much easier to do so in this manner, and here I am striking some poses currently with the location pose, and then open up the camera again and adjust, and I take a picture. Alright, let's take a couple more. I'm going to move away for an instant. If you would like to change into a different pose, for example, into a different location pose set, let me just take a move. For example, instead of using that pose, we will change to, say, just a moment while this pose. Okay. It is possible to just simply do a couple of poses until you reach the one you want before taking the photo shortcut. Let's take a move on while I get out of the way from Kuluyaku. Alright, so this is the pose I want, and I take a selfie with this kind of pose, and I just managed to get it. On the other hand, if you are not taking selfies, it is also possible to take photos while you are riding on your palamute, which is very handy if you are taking photos of, for example, your comrades, or simply taking monster photos. Now that we are safely out of the way from Kuluyaku, let's take a look at the album to see what we have taken. Here we go. We have some very nice pictures, and a couple more here. Yep. Let me know in the comments below what kind of things you would be taking photos of. If you are new to Monster Hunter Rise, I have also made a different video that will explain a couple of things about the game and some of the recommended list of things to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.